Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my grotto. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my Booktube-A-Thon TBR. For those of you who don't know what the Booktube-A-Thon is, where have you been? The Booktube-A-Thon is a readathon that is happening between July 24th and July 30th. It starts officially on midnight on the 24th and ends at 11:59 p.m. on the 30th of July. Now, originally I was not going to participate in this because if you guys are following me on Twitter, you guys know that I'm kind of about to be between jobs in a minute here, and I thought I don't really want to be stressed out with like a readathon and like having to deal with my work situation, but the point of a readathon is to have fun. So with a little help of my Twitter, why? I don't know. With a little help of my Twitter friends, I was convinced to join the readathon. Now, I made a TBR about a week ago and I had been thinking about it, but it kind of seemed like a very stressful TBR. And I thought I kind of want to have fun with this. This is supposed to be for fun. This is supposed to encourage me to read more, but I'm supposed to have fun while doing it and I don't want to stress myself out. So I redid my TBR and I'm pretty happy with what I came up with. I will say that it seems like a really easy TBR, but have to remember that I just want to have fun with this. Like, this is the point of this readathon. And I don't want to stress out about it, and I do want to have fun with like the things that are happening on Twitter, and I want to vlog a little bit. And I feel like if I'm stressing out about reading, 7 books in 7 days, it's just going to be too much stress. So I decided to keep it minimal so I can enjoy this readathon. Okay, let me show you what I have. So the first challenge is read a book with a person on the cover. So for this book, I went with Saving Red by Sonia Sones. I believe that's how you say her name. And there is my person on the cover. I don't know very much about this book. I just remember somebody talking about it on BookTube like a year ago or two. And I thought, like, this sounds like fun and I want to read this. And then I found it at the library, so I picked it up. But other than that, I don't really know much. Second challenge is read a hyped book. Now, I don't know if this book is still hyped, but I felt like it was hyped for a really long time that it should still count. And I'm going to read Illuminate by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Yeah, you guys in the BookTube community know what this is all about. Like I said, I don't know if it's still a big hyped up book. Since the second book came out, I haven't really heard too much about the second book, but everyone raves about this, so I figured I would pick it up, and plus I want to read it because it seems amazing, it seems interesting, so I'm picking this up for the readathon. Third challenge is read a book in a day. Now, I can probably read Illuminate in a day if I hunker down and do it, because it's all written in like multimedia and emails and text and different kinds of things. So I feel like I could probably read this in a day if I really wanted to. And I could also read Saving Red in a day because this is all written in verse. So I could probably do this in a day. It should be fine to do. Pretty easy, pretty simple. So either one of those works for that. I also have some of my other books that I'm using for some of my other challenges also apply for reading it in one day. And it should be fine. I have a lot to kind of go into that challenge, so I'm not really concerned. Challenge number 4 is read a chapter that, not a chapter. Challenge number 4 is read about a character that is very different from you. So for this challenge, I went with Your Welcome Universe by Whitney Gardner. All I know is that the main character is deaf, so we have that going for us. She's also an artist, so that's the kind of the two main differences, is that she's a deaf artist and I am not those things. This also goes for the challenge of a person on the cover, because there is a person on the cover graffitiing the book. And this could also go for a book that I can read in one day, because it seems like a very easy read, plus there's a lot of illustrations in it, so I think that this could go fairly fast. Yeah, see? So this can fit multiple challenges on this readathon. Number 5 is finish a book completely outdoors. Again, this challenge kind of applies to all of these books because I could read this in one day outside. I could also read Saving Red outside in one day, and I could also read Illuminate outside in one day. So, and some of my other books also apply for this, so any of these would work. I just kind of have to figure out a day that's not 100 degrees outside, so I don't have heat stroke while I'm reading. Number 6 is read a book you bought because of the cover. Now, this next book I did not buy, but I did borrow it from the library. And covers like this appeal to me so much, but I picked up Gem and the Holograms. This is Showtime. This is the first graphic novel. I think this is a show originally, a cartoon, maybe. I don't know. I know that this is something that is popular maybe in the 80s. I have no idea. Don't take my word for it. I might be completely lying and making up stuff, so don't listen to me. But this cover called to me. Like, this cover is awesome. I love the colors. It's like sparkly. It's just, yes. I love this cover. So it called to me. However, because it is a graphic novel, I kind of thought, is it cheating because it's a graphic novel? I decided to make it a little bit more challenging, I guess, and I added a couple different issues. So I have the first one. I have the second one, Gem and the Holograms Viral. I'm having a hard time reading these because they have stickers on it. The third one, Dark Gem. And the fourth one, Enter the Stingers. I decided, because it is a graphic novel, that I'm going to go ahead and read all 4 issues for the readathon. They're pretty easy to read because they're graphic novels. I can usually read this in an hour tops. So 4 hours of reading, I think that kind of equals to a book. So I figured that I would go ahead and count this as a challenge. Last challenge number 7 is read 7 books. So this is really hard to do. You would have to read an entire book in a day, but I'm working all week and I'm doing things for school, and it's just kind of not, it's too much for me to read a book a day. But I realized that when I add my graphic novels and I read all 4, that it actually equals 7 books. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Illuminate's heavy, 6, and 7. So if I read these 7 books during the week, I will have completed all 7 challenges. There's 7 books. Some of these books apply to different challenges, so I feel like I have a pretty well made TBR, and I will be able to complete all 7 challenges if I can get through all these books in a week. So I'm really excited because I've never usually complete the challenges, and I am planning to follow along on Twitter, and I'm planning to also follow with sprints and video challenges, and I'm probably gonna vlog. Alright guys, that is all I have for you today for my Booktube-A-Thon TBR. I always want to add more to that title. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.